Now I'm not planning on doing a lot of single gear reviews like I do in this video series, but every once in a while you just come across some gear that's quite simply way too good to not get its own review. And that's basically why I cast this Top Gear video series into existence. It's all gonna be relatively short, mostly single gear reviews. There's one precondition for gear to have. Multiple times must I have thought to myself, boy, am I again glad to own this. So what better way to start off the series than with pure magic. Now this is what's called a magic arm. Shoulder joint, elbow joint, wrist. The wrist comes with a male 1/4" tripod mount, the shoulder joint with a female 1/4" tripod mount. You can take this back part off to either get 1/4" male tripod mounts on both ends or put the female 1/4" tripod mount on whatever end you want it to be. And like a real arm that you can set up in various positions and make it stay there, this works the same way. If you loosen this screw, the arm becomes loose. And you can then set it up in whatever position you need it to be in, tighten the screw, and it'll stay like that. And if you've never used a magic arm, probably you don't have quite the idea yet of how insanely great an invention that is. For example, if I had a 1/4" tripod mount, you could simply apply small to medium-sized cameras or your favorite smartphone. So should you have no other gear to substitute for a selfie stick, this will work just fine. Now there's two accessories I can highly recommend when using a magic arm. And one of them is a clamp like this that also comes with a 3/8 of an inch and 1/4" tripod mount. Because if you hook this up to the other end of a magic arm, you can now pretty much apply it in all different kinds of places, getting you shooting angles that normally you couldn't accomplish. For example, getting a low angle shot like this becomes relatively easy. You just need to find something to attach the clamp to. Et voila! There you go. For example, you can set up small to medium-sized cameras or smartphones in places that otherwise would be unreachable. But with a magic arm, you can pull it off. Now the second accessory I highly recommend is this simple and cheap cold shoe mount. If you put this at the end of the magic arm, you can now apply it to cameras via their hot shoe mount, which will then enable you, for example, to shoot super cool third-eye B-roll. Just thought about this? Never actually tried it, but if you stack them, and you got an extension cable for the mic, could probably use it as a boom pole if you forgot your own. You could also put your favorite quick release or base plate on it and then simply combine it with the ball head of your choice, which is something that I use in tabletop videography all the time. This is basically a custom monopod which is comprised of a mic stand, a ball head, and on top of that one of my magic arms. That's where my smartphone goes, and for me doing tabletop videography this is pretty much as versatile as it gets. You could also hook up your favorite tablet holder, again put a clamp on, and now put this wherever you see fit. What I sometimes like to do, for example, if I use an external monitor setup with my smartphone, I just apply the whole contraption right to my tripod so I can easily check framing and what I'm recording in general, using the rear camera, not having to step behind the smartphone. Seriously, the number of applications for these things seems infinite. The longer you own them, I guarantee it, the more applications you will find for that thing, and the happier you will be that you own it. And that's why it's Top Gear. So if you liked the video, please make sure to leave a thumbs up, it'd be greatly appreciated. Any kind of comment or feedback is welcome, and I'll try to answer as quickly as possible. In any case, as always, thank you so much for your time, thank you for watching, and hopefully, see you again soon. And if you didn't like any of the applications you just saw in the video, you could also use it to store your cables.